Hi, thanks for watching Astrology Time, and what a week it is, but not just yet. All the big stuff starts happening on Wednesday the 20th and into sort of Thursday the 21st, and then it goes on and on. It's quite an intense time. I can feel that full moon pressure building up already. That is, of course, well, it's Thursday in UK time, but it's 1:42 a.m. That the moon is full in Libra. It's actually 7 hours before that Pacific, 4 hours before that Eastern, because we've still got the daylight time is like backed up, and we're trying to save daylight. I don't know why, because there's loads of it today. Absolutely wonderful. But I haven't been around for a few days because there has not been much sun at all. There's been lots of rain and it wasn't making things easy. But there's always a plus side. There's always a way of looking up. There's always positivity. And this week is chock full of it, really, even though it's Mercury retrograde. So 1:41 a.m. this very morning in the UK time, so yesterday evening or afternoon in the States and Canada. Later today, the 19th in New Zealand, we get a Virgo moon. And then, people say it's an OCD thing. Well, maybe it is a little bit, but maybe we all need a tiny bit of that in our lives. I'm not saying kind of run with it, but it's a great time to be kind of cleaning, clearing, getting things ready to let all that energy in to its to do its best work, really, when we actually get to that full moon, 1:42 a.m. on the 21st. So really on the 20th in the States and Canada, we've got long void of course periods before this as well, so plenty of time for reflection. I wouldn't be in a hurry to do anything this week, but I really would go with the flow because it's incredibly positive. So that Virgo moon, really great for getting on with kind of routine things where you've got to be meticulous, take your time over it. Less good really for anything where you've got to be kind of open and just go with the flow, which is unfortunate because that's the best advice I could give you today. So do try and go with that flow, because when we get to the full moon, she's going to be in Libra. She's going to be just in 1 degree of Libra and a supermoon, third supermoon of this year. All of them have been in 1 degree of the sign, and it's just absolutely an amazing string of moons that we've had going right back through last year as well, all leading us to big changes coming in 2020, by which time we may very well not have any paper money anymore. That seems to be things that the channelers are saying more and more. There's even a guy claiming to be a time traveller from the future who says that we're very close to losing actual money you can hold in your hand. Scares the life out of me, that, but it all depends how they do it. It could be rather good. So let's, stay positive about that if we possibly can. Okay, so the thing to do today, as far as I can see, is just get on with things. Just be routine about it. We've all got that spontaneous side. We've all got that magic in us. We could do with hanging on to that until the full moon, really. Moon opposite Neptune right now as I speak. Uncertainty, confusion, highly strung as well. People are kind of feeling very well. Feelings are running high. People's boundaries, it's very easy to crash someone's boundaries by mistake. They're not very well defined. Sometimes someone wants to put a boundary up, but they're not very assertive, and you don't realise till you've gone too far. So tread carefully, be sensitive. That is the moon opposite Neptune. Our closest neighbour is the moon, so that is a very, very strong and powerful influence. Mercury sextile Saturn. Keep it clear as much as you can. Try not to be convoluted. Try to speak your truth in kind of as few words as possible. Twitter would be a good way to speak your truth today. That's what you want, 140 characters or less. That's my take on it anyway. Negotiate carefully and you will actually be able to get things brought to conclusions if you've really got to. Not the easiest day for it, and of course Mercury is retrograde. But we didn't have a bad weekend last weekend based on Mercury being retrograde. It's just, it's confusing. Things suddenly happen that you're not expecting. And that really does seem to be the way things line up. Let's have a look at Venus and Mars, because they play into not just love, although that's the main thing we tend to think of and associate with Venus and Mars. They also play into any relationship you might have, whether that's a work relationship, the relationship you've got just with the place you live, frankly. Relationships. Anyway, Venus square Mars, passions, desires, possibly so much strength behind those desires that they're going to give rise to problems. and where there's competition, that could easily turn into a conflict. The feminine side tends to want to take over and kind of have us all thinking that way. The masculine side is the masculine side. So, peace efforts become strained. That's what it says here, and I think it sums it up very well. Mars trine Pluto, passions run high, so we're back onto that highly strung thing. That generally speaking seems to be going with today. Daring actions might be a response. In other words, someone might try and do something crazy to get your attention, to get themselves where they want to be. Who knows? I would say it's more to do with getting your attention, really. So high passions, daring actions, and again, things are becoming intense as the more extreme-minded people kind of push harder to try and get more power. It just, the limits get pushed. Now then, this is interesting because Venus square Mars says that takeovers might go rather well. Mars trine Pluto says that takeovers are often successful, but it seems to be pointing me slightly in the other way, in the other direction. You know what? Let's pull an angel card because it's so confusing with Mercury being retrograde. Everything is so hard to call. So I'm asking now for an oracle card for today, and here we have one. Sachiel, prosperity. Well, there you go. That's what we're all looking for in this blooming life, isn't it, at the moment? A bit of prosperity. The politicians of the world take our prosperity, spend it on things that don't seem to ever have anything to do with us, and, whatever. So remember that, because we're going to need to keep generating our own prosperity as we go forward. This full moon is actually going to be a great time for it. I should say more about that when we actually get to it, but I'm just kind of obsessed with it because it's the main thing. But look, 5-pointed star, the magic is there, and the all-seeing eye is there. This looks very artistic, creative kind of a card to me, and we may need to be very kind of artful in our way of not exactly getting away with things, but somehow keeping our life on track through all the big changes. But don't be afraid to go with the flow. We hang on to the present so grimly, and it actually could be a lot better if we just allowed ourselves to drift ahead into the future. Not entirely drifting, but being a bit more open to the possibilities of things we aren't expecting to happen, things we haven't got in our script coming along and making a difference. Let's hope it's a positive difference, folks. Get your manifesting head on. Most definitely moon time, full moon time. It's always moon time somewhere, isn't it? But it's full moon time now. So thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, guys, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't, you know what to do. Leave me a comment. We'll share the journey, and please subscribe. Tap that bell as well, and then you won't miss anything. I will be back doing lives, and I haven't been very well the last couple of days. It's generally not... just generally not feeling great. But today I'm up, I'm at them, and I hope you are too. Have a great day, friends. Bye.